I switched to a teacher layout, and I really didn't see this one coming for myself. Hey everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the obvious change that I made in my planner lineup for 2026. If you've been watching the last few of my videos, you would know that I spent the last 6 months of this year in a mini happy planner, and I had full intention of using my mini in 2026, and obviously things have changed. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Jennifer and I'm the content creator here behind Faithful Plans. And it's been a journey for me within the discount system. I started off in a classic, I moved into a big, I then moved into a skinny classic for a little bit, back to a classic, to a mini. I've tried all the different layouts, and it's been a journey. And then right in the middle of 2025, in the summer, I fell into a really deep planner rut, and I was kind of questioning my whole, planner future, if you will. So let's talk about my move back into a classic for 2026 and sort of why I made the switch back into a classic. And you'll kind of see that as I walk you guys through this setup. So I hope all of you had a wonderful holiday season with your families. And if you guys celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a great one. I know Christmas looks a lot different for many families this year. And I also speak for myself when I say that. Financially, we just focused more so on spending time together versus gift giving. And I just wanted to say that if your Christmas looks different, if your Christmas looked different this year, I completely and totally understand. And I just want you guys out there to know that you are doing your best. And your best is all that you can do in this economy. So anyway, all the love. So without further ado, let's talk about what I'm currently using. So if you guys have been watching me for a long time, you guys know that I love to use my monthly spread as my vision board. And I love to just collage and put down the pictures and the stickers and all the journaling. This is just like my creative space in my planner. I'm the type of person that I need a lot of visual aesthetics. I want to open up my planner and I want it to be fun and exciting, and I just get a lot of pleasure of looking at all the visual things in my planner. So I miss the space, and I've been doing so much journaling this year, and you guys will see that as I go through this planner. So I love having all of the space here just to create and collage and journal. So here comes the big change. I switched to a teacher layout, and I really didn't see this one coming for myself. So I thought to myself, I want a catch-all planner, right? And I was really mentally fatigued with constantly switching sections of my planner, having so many different sections in my planner, having a separate section for faith, or even a separate planner for faith, having a separate planner or separate section for work. I just wanted to merge everything together, and I did not want to flip through different sections. I did not want to use multiple planners. I like having my entire life on one set of discs, and I don't like using multiple planners. So I wanted to be able to open my planner and have my whole life staring right back at me without having to move pages. So I prayed about this, and I divided my life into a few sections. So at the time when I was sort of playing around with this layout, I went on Etsy and purchased this teacher printout for probably about $3 or $4 because I didn't want to purchase a teacher planner without giving it a little trial run. So this printout came with the dates at the top, which gives me a Saturday and Sunday. And this side of the planner was blank, and this is where I created the different sections of my life. So this was the week of December 15th through the 21st. I have my first section up here is my faith section. I want to make sure that I am connecting with God's word, whether it be in a scripture or some devotional time or listening to a sermon. And I don't do this every day, but I wanted faith to be first. The next section of my teacher planner is my self-care section. So this is anything like resting, hydrating, washing my hair, giving myself a pedicure, anything that's going to just support me mentally, physically, emotionally. Last week I was doing some alternate day fasting and just really resetting my digestive system. And then the next section is work. I work as a preschool teacher. That is my Monday through Friday job. And this is a specific section for work. And then our last day was the 19th. And then I've been blessed to be on vacation right now for the holidays. The next section of my planner, I'm calling this section here personal, home, and family. So whenever we have a dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, or any family gathering, that's going to go in this section. This section is also for home. So anything like chores or laundry or anything like that is going to fall in this section. This last section of my planner, I divided it into reading, writing, and creativity. So any books that I'm reading, any writing projects that I'm working on, any YouTube videos that I have in the works is going to just go down in this section. So again, that way when I open my planner, my entire life is staring back at me and I don't have to flip back and forth to different sections of my planner. I felt like all the planners that I've had in the past have been either multiple planners, which I couldn't keep up with, or a Franken planner that was turning into like this horrible file cabinet, and I'm just like spending the whole time in my planner like rotating through all of these sections, which I did not like. So this has worked really well for me. I feel like there's just enough space to cover these different areas of my life throughout the week, and I just love being able to go here and have everything here in one place. That has really taken a lot of mental stress out of my planner. And again, I like being in one planner. I like having my entire life in one planner on one set of discs. So this is this week, and this week was much lighter because I am on vacation, so I'm not really in my planner a whole lot, and I was just jotting down some very minor things. Even though this was the week of Christmas and this was the week before Christmas, I just wanted to do my own stickers. Like I was kind of burned out on the holiday season because I had so many events leading up to Christmas. I just did not want to see any Christmas related stickers. So these are just my Live Love Posh stickers. And again, this week has been super chill because I am on vacation. So this is, like I said, a printout from Etsy. So and that's just like the back page from when I was printing things out, like this double-sided teacher planner for the month of December. So as much as I like to go on Etsy, print things out, cut things, punch things, I have all the tools, so I can pretty much do all the things to make my planner. But I don't like doing that. If I'm being honest, I would rather just buy the planner and have everything there for me. So let me show you guys the teacher planner that I got that was heavily discounted on the Happy Planner website. And I didn't want to have to glue a page onto here. Sometimes the DIY stuff is just a little bit too tedious for me. So I picked up this teacher planner it was heavily discounted because it started in July of 2025. So half of the planner was already outdated. So I picked this up for like $5.99. I also picked up an extension pack that went with this, and this is just the months that are expired. And I plan on using these because I don't use the monthly at all, so I don't really worry about the dates. And I'm gonna cover these dates up and redo the thingy at the top, so it doesn't even really matter that this is outdated. So I took 6 months from this and put it into my planner. So this is gonna this starts from January 2026, and I have January in here. I have February, March, April, May, and June. So I have 6 months of my planner ready to go. I don't have to do any more setting up, taking apart, any of that. I do not like setting up my planner as much as I enjoy being in my planner. I really want my planner to be functional, and I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be labor intensive, and that was something that I was noticing with my planner routines, that it was just a little bit too labor intensive for me, and I really wanted to calm down on all of that. So this next part of my planner that I'm going to get into, I'm calling it my just my journal. And I'm the type of person, you guys, where I can just take a simple concept and just complicate it to death. And and I used to do that with my planner. This had to be a separate section. This had to be a separate planner. And I would just complicate it so much for myself that I couldn't even use my planner because I felt like there was just all of these rules and everything. So my journaling section is just going to be a complete catch-all, no matter if it's prayers, memory keeping, creative writing, whatever it is just all going to be in here. So having used the classic size for so long, I have a ton of inventory in the classic size, and I wanted to just commit like all of my outdated stuff that didn't get used and just use it as a journal. So that's what I'm doing in this next section of my planner. It's all just a journal. Anything that didn't get used, like I popped it into here, and I'm gonna be using it. I did so much journaling in 2025, and I missed having all of this space to write. And here is just some outdated pages that I want to use, and I'm putting a lot of empty pages in here so that that's like a pen mark, so that I don't have to be setting up my planner. I also really enjoy decorating still in my vertical layout. So I have some vertical layout pages that I'm going to continue using, and these are just outdated. I don't care about the dates because I'm just using it as a journal. I just kind of took out a lot of my favorite floral planners and just kind of merged them all together. And again, these are outdated, and I'm not even going to use this section of my planner in sequential order. It's just wherever I feel like journaling, whether it be in my horizontal or vertical, I'm just going to use it like as creatively and non-restrictively. It's going to be functional, fun, and flexible. Yeah, functional, fun, flexible, and tons of freedom. So this is just more journaling. I just wrote my little heart out this year, and I want to continue doing that, which is why I missed being in a classic size, because I love journaling. So here's just a page that I decorated a while ago that I really want to get into. And again, tons of empty space just to keep creating. I feel like I don't have to do anything to this planner probably all year. It'll probably take me a good year or more to even fill this out. So there's like no more setup to be done or anything like that. That's it. And then I added my reading journal back in here. So I had set this up in 2024 and I wanted to read a book a month. And as you can see, like I got to like December of 2024 to March of 2025 and I like completely stalled. So one thing I learned about myself during my planner rut especially is that I do not do well with deadlines and timelines. I do so much better when there's like zero obligation. If I tell myself, oh, you have to read a book a month, like I immediately feel rebellious and stressed out. So I don't want to give myself any type of timeline. I just finished a book recently. I have to put the little picture here. I will probably write down the date where I read it, but it's not going to be like some sequential timeline that I have to follow because excuse me, that just feels like too much pressure for me. So this next section, it's not really like a next section, if you will. It's just the continuation of my journal. So again, I have all of this space to like collage, put my pictures down, do some journaling. And I started doing some creative writing prompts. And I don't do these like every single day, but when I do complete a writing prompt, I just write it in each of these little sections. So I'm currently on number 7. What do I dream about often? And I will write that there. So I just have some more horizontal layouts for when I want to complete all of my creative writing. So that is my new setup for 2026. It has drastically changed. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and just being along for the ride. And I just want to encourage you that if you do need to change and if you can afford to change, just go ahead and do it now and shop your stash. I know a lot of us have quite a bit of inventory. You may not have to go out and buy anything. If you do have to go out and buy anything, definitely make sure it's on sale. It might be deeply discounted so you can stay within your budget. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.